Best places to visit in Costa Rica. 1. Manuel Antonio. Huddled between the lush rainforests, roughly midway down the Costa Rican Pacific coast, Manuel Antonio is one of the leading ecotourism hotspots in the country. And that's saying something. This is Costa Rica, remember. Manuel Antonio is mainly famed for what's right on the doorstep: the Manuel Antonio National Park. At just 1,983 hectares, Manuel Antonio National Park is the smallest reserve in the country. But boy, does it pack a punch! Come to see swinging howler monkeys, scurrying red-backed squirrel monkeys, basilisks, capuchins, and, who could forget, the famously lazy two-toed sloth. The village of Manuel Antonio sits just to the north of the main entrance to the park. It's now a bustling and vibrant place, complete with sport fishing outfitters. Elusive sailfish inhabit these waters, zip-line courses, and hiking guides. The hotels in Manuel Antonio aren't allowed near the coast due to conservation regulations, but that's a gift in disguise. They stud the cliff tops instead, offering sweeping panoramas of the wave-smashed shoreline. Talking of waves, plenty of good quality breaks roll into the beach at Espadilla Sur, to the south of the village. In fact, you'll find peaks for beginners and advanced surfers alike, with both lefts and rights on the menu. There's also snorkeling offered around the rugged coves of Playa Basins, and sunset lookout points at the end of the steep 1-mile, 1.6-kilometer trek to Punta Catedral. 2. Puerto Viejo. Little Puerto Viejo de Talamanca whisked you over to the Costa Rican Caribbean. It shows too. The town here would look right at home somewhere on the Jamaican north coast. It's filled with paint-peeling cantinas and ramshackle eateries, with a sense of coconut curries twist and turn with the rhythms of reggaeton in the air. Oh, and there are buzzing bars that slosh with rum cocktails and cold beers, meaning you won't be short on nightlife. Once upon a time, Puerto Viejo was just an unknown fishing village. Then the surfers came. They were drawn by the promise of the thundering left-hand barrels that peel over the reefs of Salsa Brava and the hollow beach peaks at Playa Cocos. Those are now two of the most legendary surf spots in Costa Rica as a whole, offering a place to score tudes in the dry season months between November and April, when the Pacific coast is usually a little less reliable. Puerto Viejo isn't just about waves, though. The town is perfectly located for launching expeditions into the Gandoca Manzanillo Wildlife Refuge, a lush land of eyelash vipers and emerald parakeets. It's also the home of the acclaimed Jaguar Rescue Center, where you can go to learn all about frontline conservation efforts in Costa Rica. 3. Monteverde. Some say that Monteverde single-handedly brought ecotourism to Costa Rica and is high on the list of our best places to visit it. Costa Rica. True or not, this is the place to go to get out and about in the tropical wilds of this very wild land. Perched on high in the misty midst of the Cordillera de Tilleran, it covers a vast swath of over 53 square kilometers in all. Within are countless nature reserves and protected forest areas, which draw a continual stream of hikers, wildlife spotters, and adventurers. The place that 100% cannot be missed is the epic Monteverde Cloud Forest Reserve. Visitors there get to delve into some of the most biodiverse patches of primeval jungle left on the planet. It's all linked up by well-maintained trails that hit a zenith with that 492-foot-long 150-meter suspension bridge that cuts straight through the canopy. Keep your eyes peeled for glimpses of the proud, resplendent quetzal, the multicolored national bird of Guatemala, and the uber-rare golden toad as you hike there. Accommodations in these parts are usually eco-friendly in the extreme. We're talking places like the Monteverde Cloud Forest Lodge, a series of timber-built cabanas with decks that gaze out over the strangler trees, and flower beds close to the backpacker hub of Santa Elena. From there, you can also plan adrenaline-filled jaunts through the greater region, from whitewater rafting to canyoneering to horseback outings. 4. Tortuguero. North, south, east, west, wherever you look around, Little Tortuguero is a national park. That's the beauty of this remote and isolated spot on the edge of the Caribbean Sea in northern Costa Rica. Just as the name implies, it's mainly known for its resident population of sea turtles. They're still a top draw attraction. thousands of visitors come to watch green sea turtles, leatherbacks, and hawksbill turtles crawl from the ocean to build their nests between July and October. August is the best of the lot. It's an experience you're not likely to forget in a hurry. Turtle safaris too. The nearby beaches typically take place in the thick of the night, with the stars blazing overhead and the moon glinting on the Caribbean Sea. Lucky groups will even get to see the first baby hatchlings make their way back from the beach into the water. Aside from the turtles, Tortuguero is also a perfect gateway to the wetlands and creeks of the Tortuguero National Park. It extends nearly 10 miles, 16 kilometers, into the hills and rainforests behind the town itself, unfolding in a feral patchwork of caiman-filled waterways where you can canoe and kayak through truly untouched landscapes. 5. Corcovado. If you only have time to visit one national park in Costa Rica, there's a good argument to make it the Corcovado National Park. Draped over large parts of the Osa Peninsula in the far south of the country, it was established to protect some of the last remaining old-growth wet forests on the Central American Pacific. Just in time too, the loggers and the miners already had their eyes on the place. Today, it's an enticingly hard-to-reach part of the country. The best way to arrive is by boat via Drake Bay or Puerto Jimenez. Then, get ready to hit the trails. There are a few that stand out. The Los Patos to Serena trek is the longest, whisking you through lush cloud forests and gushing waterfalls. Budding botanists might prefer the 1.9-mile San Pedrillo Trail, a loop that delves into groves of huge purple heart and mahogany trees with ferns and orchids by the bucket load. However, Corcovado can also be a real Costa Rican safari, and wildlife spotting is probably best on the well-trafficked Serena Trail, where coatis, pumas, wild pigs, and toucans can make an appearance. The point where the Corcovado jungles tumble into the Pacific Ocean is jaw-dropping, to put it lightly. There, you could take to the seas to do some whale watching, August-November, or channel your inner Robinson Crusoe on the black-tinged sands of forever deserted Curate Beach. Either way, get ready for a land of mist-hallowed coast peaks and wave-splattered shores. 6. Santa Teresa. Santa Teresa is bathed in the salty airs that roll off the Pacific Ocean at the tail end of the Nicoya Peninsula. One of the last of a whole string of surf towns of the region, it might just be the cream of the crop. Yep, a trio of fantastic beach breaks joins up here. In total, they roll for over 6 miles, over 9 kilometers, starting with beginner-friendly Playa Hermosa in the north and ending with the hollow point breaks of Malpais down south. There's surfing for all levels in Santa Teresa, but it's a true intermediate mecca, with regular, rippable A-frame waves of 5+ feet throughout the summer months. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.